So I made a video talking about religions recently, and this person showed up out of nowhere called Make You Think. That's their name. They showed up on BitChute. They posted on a couple of my videos, and they just basically posted a wall of text, which I'm gonna show you guys. And I felt like they wanted me to learn something from them, know something, whatever they were trying to write. I read it. I've heard this stuff before. I'm going to show you guys what they posted so you guys can see for yourselves. I was trying to figure out how to make this video, and you're going to see why it was kind of difficult for me to think about how I should post this. But what I've decided to do is I'm not going to read everything they said. I'm going to skim through it. I'm just going to show you what they said, and I'm going to talk about it. And I need you guys to bear with me because I'm going to really take my time with this. I don't know how long this video is going to be. But if it's too long for you, you don't want to watch, just turn it off. Don't complain. Don't tell me, oh, it's too long. Well, then don't watch. That's your business, your problem. But I promise you, you're not going to want to turn it off because it's going to be pretty entertaining. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to go to the video now that they posted the comments on. And that video is this one. They also posted the same comment on another video. And this is my let's talk about the good and bad of religions, and also Kimberly and Gogan. They posted this post. I'm going to show you guys here. And again, I don't want to read it because this stuff I'm certain you can't say on YouTube, just because of the context. And I would love to talk about this stuff. Actually, I'm going to talk about it as much as I think I can talk about it. I'm not going to say they're necessarily wrong with what they're saying, because again, I've heard this stuff in other places. But this to me isn't anything that is new to me. It's not new. It's not revolutionary. It's not. And I'm going to give you guys a second to read through the stuff, right? Before I continue. So take about 10 seconds to look at it, or if you need to pause the video, do that. But yeah, I'm going to need you guys to kind of follow along in this video. So hopefully you guys can do that. So he's talking about, you know, the Jews and what happened in the past and yada, 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 right? A lot of people aren't necessarily familiar with this information, because this isn't really common knowledge to the average human. But again, I've come across this in the past, like 20 years ago. This isn't new to me. Heard this stuff before. I've moved past this. Like, this to me, again, feels like it's old information, but for me personally, it feels like 20-year-old information, right? It feels like something that I've already heard, studied, and I'm done with it, because I don't feel like this. While it's useful, I guess it's neat, right? It's neat to know this stuff, but it's not really helping anything right now. It's not really contributing to progressing society. Especially, it doesn't help with what I'm trying to do, because I'm trying to expose the true evil that's going on in the world. If you want to blame a certain race or a certain religion and say they're completely responsible for everything that's happening, you're way the fuck off. This is old news. The evil ones that control the world, they control all the religions, all the governments, all the races. They control everything. That's why I don't want to focus on this, because this isn't going to lead anywhere. This is one of those things that's like, hey man, did you know about this group of people doing this stuff? Yeah, the Jays. I'm going to call them the Jays, the Jews, right? The Jays. They're doing this stuff. Oh, yeah. High five, man. Yeah, now we know that they're doing this stuff. Now what? Now what? What does that lead to? It leads to nothing. It leads to you knowing that a group of people is doing a certain thing that you think that they're doing. And it's not even them, really. Because there are a lot of people that belong to this race or faith, however you want to look at that, right? And they're innocent. They're not part of the system, or they're not part of the cabal, or whatever you want to call it. They're not part of the ones that are doing the evil. And the ones that are, the Jays that are part of that, they are controlled. They are controlled by evil entities. To be fair to this person, they did mention that. So I'm going to go further down because they said more. So I'm going to let you guys read this too. They did mention that in one of these. I forgot where they put it. They put it somewhere around here. I don't think it's here. I think it's further down because, again, if you need a pause, if you need to take time to read this, read what they said. Take your time. And again, I'm not necessarily saying that they're wrong about what they're saying here. All right? I'm not debating that. My issue isn't the information they're putting forth. My issue is focusing too much on this, because everyone seems to be like, at least the ones in the, what do you want to call it? The white hats, right? The white hats are the QAnon people, the people that want to focus on the Jays, the Jews, right? They want to focus just on this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is happening, but there's more going on than this. There's way more going on than this. And again, it's not just one group of people. It's not one religion. It's not one country. It's not just Israel. The whole world is fucked. So if you want to get stuck in one little country with one little group of people, then you're doing exactly what you're saying that they're doing to you, because you're focused on them. So if you're calling them a psyop, you're calling them, they're having this effect over people in control. They're controlling you because you're only focused on them. So the trick that you're saying they're doing to humanity, they're doing to you because you're stuck on that. You're stuck on that little group of people. And that's all you care about. So you want to spam me with all this text of shit that I've heard before. This shit is old news to me. But at the same time, that's all you care about. So when I saw this, and I'm going to just scroll down a little bit more, I didn't really care to respond to it. I thought it was interesting that they would post this to me. I don't know why. I guess because I was talking about religions. So they wanted to kind of throw in their 2 cents. But they missed the plot. They missed the point that I was trying to make, which is there are evil entities beyond humans, beyond Jews, beyond anything you want to talk about when it comes to the 3D, that are controlling everything. I don't focus on humans because, well, I have a little bit lately because of the election and stuff like that. But that's just more honestly just to have something to talk about, just to have some talking points, just because people are focused on that, right? So sometimes it does matter to focus on certain human events. But if that's all you talk about and that's all you're stuck on, then you're going to mislead people and make them believe that that's all that matters. It's just the 3D human shit. So again, when this person was saying all of this stuff, I felt like, okay, I've heard this stuff before. Most people that watch me probably know about this. This isn't going to change anything. This isn't going to help anything. This isn't going to really enlighten people to the true evil that's going on. Because once you start focusing on this, it turns into a human thing, right? It turns into, oh, well, people turn racist and they hate religions and yada, yada, yada. It turns into a human 3D thing. That's why I don't want to talk about this shit. Because it's too human. When the things that are happening are far beyond humanity. Far beyond humanity. The human shit is just surface level shit, right? And yeah, we can talk about it, but if that's all we talk about, it's not going to be productive, right? That's the way I feel about it. But anyways, so then this other person, Science Destroys Religion, came along and they said, religion is fucking evil, the end. So they thought they're going to say a stupid little ignorant comment. I wasn't going to say anything. Now, this is a completely different person, right? So the first person is making you think. He posted this stuff first. He, she, whatever the fuck it is. They posted this shit first. And then this other person came along named Science Destroys Religion. And then they said this. Then I responded to them. I didn't respond to making you think. I was responding to Science Destroys Religion. And I said, not everything is so black and white. And believe it or not, religion and science go hand in hand. When your mindset is that science is wrong, religion is wrong, ufology is wrong, but when you start to think you have all the answers because you have one little sect of knowledge and that's all you stick to, I consider you an ignorant piece of shit. And I can see, I just, those kind of people to me are very limited and probably the worst people in the world because they think they're an expert on basically nothing. And I'm like, you have one little piece of the puzzle. You think you know everything. You don't know shit. So this person that's saying science destroys religion, right? Yes, a lot of religions are used for evil. That's true. I'm not denying that fact. That's what I talked about it in my video. But to say exclude religions, forget them, and just focus on science, no, that's not how the universe works. Just because you don't want to follow something or believe in something doesn't mean that it's not true or real or doesn't have some validity. There are a lot of things in religions that are real and true. Not everything, and a lot of things are used for evil purposes, but that doesn't mean you should throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? There are still things that are useful in religion, and you should at least know about it, and you shouldn't just say, oh, it's evil, don't even think about it. But whatever the case is, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show people different aspects of the world and knowledge so they can all put it together and then figure out what the truth is from there. But if you take one thing and you exclude something else, you lost the plot. You're going to be blind to the truth. You're never going to see the whole truth. You're only going to see your little part of whatever you think is the truth. So then I said, you need both to even come close to seeing the truth of the universe. They're not opposing forces as most people with limited minds seem to think. Because when you say something like that, you automatically just tell me your mind is limited. So I'm like, okay, you're not very smart. You're not very intelligent. You might think you are, but you're not. And I automatically just shut those people down. I don't have time to babysit people that don't want to even open their minds a little bit to other possibilities other than the shit they think they know. I have no time for it. I've dealt with people like that my whole life, and I'm tired of dealing with people like that. So if you're going to come to me and you think you know something and you have a little piece of the puzzle and you're shutting everything else off, I'm shutting your ass down immediately because I know what kind of person you are. You're not a good person. You're not as righteous as you think you are. And you coming here telling me religion is fucking evil, the end, you're fucking evil, the end. That's how I feel about it. You're just as evil as what you're claiming is evil. You're no better. So don't come here trying to preach to me like you're some fucking righteous force when you're not. And I'm not claiming to be a righteous force either. But at least I'm trying to do something for the better. I'm trying. I'm not just like, oh, you know what? Fuck this, fuck that, fuck everything. No, I'm like, hey, listen to this, listen to that. There's this, there's that. Now, if somebody like you comes along, I'm going to say, fuck that. Yeah, because you're not worth the time, even though I'm giving you the time right now. And I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for the people that are watching me that actually understand what's going on and that want to advance, that want to improve, that want to do better for humanity. That's what I'm doing this shit for. So I'm using you as an example. But anyways, so then they say, or I said, while religions are mostly used for evil purposes, there are still some good things in them. Hence why I said people should take the good morals from them and leave the rest behind. And then making you think comes back and says, see our latest post above, you'll love it. Now again, I wasn't talking to making you think. I was talking to Science Destroys Religion. But making you think wanted to emphasize it. Like I didn't see their wall of, like, it's hard to miss this, bro. It's hard to miss this wall of text that you left up here, okay? And you did it twice, and you left it on another video. So I saw your fucking post. I read it already. I've heard this shit before. It's nothing new. You copy and paste it from a website, or you went to somebody's book and read somebody's book and typed it out, or whatever, wherever you got your information, it's old. I've heard this shit. It's nothing new. And but for me, it's nothing new, right? But to be fair to you, I left your comment up there in case other people are unfamiliar with what you're writing. That's it. I didn't take it down. I didn't block you. I just left it there and I didn't respond. But again, they wanted my attention. So I said, okay, you want my attention. Okay, I'm going to give you my attention because this is how I feel about it. All right. And then I said, if you guys have read what he's saying, because he's trying to blame one group of people and one religion and one country, right? So I said, okay, this is how I feel. This is my take, right? Coming from me. I said the Jews don't control anything, my friend. What is happening on earth is far above them. But the illusion that the demons or aliens give you is that the human Jays, I'm just going to call them Jays just to be safe. The human Jays control things so they can hide behind them and not be found out. That's the illusion, right? That's what the aliens and demons are doing. They're using human conduits or vessels to do the dirty work for them. They're controlling them. They're mind controlling them. They're MK Ultra, whatever you want to call it, right? They're using these people to do their work, and they're hiding behind the scenes. I'm trying to expose that. I'm trying to expose those aliens, those demons. I don't care about the humans. The humans are just puppets. I don't want to talk about that. I'll talk about somebody like Trump or, because he has significant influence in the world. And he can literally, cause the world to go into chaos, or he can bring peace. He has that much power, just that person. But again, even Trump is a puppet. And he's being used as a conduit or vessel for the same demons and evil ones that I talk about. So I'm more focused on them. I'm not focused on the humans so much. I talk about Trump to highlight that he's being controlled by others. And if you believe in Trump, then you're basically giving your power away to this person, this puppet who's being used by evil forces. That's why I talk about Trump, right? I'm not talking about one group of people because there are a lot of people that are part of that religion or part of that country that have nothing to do with this shit. So when you start to just classify a whole group as evil, or they're the ones doing everything, that's where you get the human shit, right? That's where the racism starts. And this dumb little ignorant human conflicts start because of that, because you're focusing on that shit. And that's not important. That's not what's really going on. But that's part of the division that's being caused by the evil ones. And this person is funny, making you think they accuse me of being controlled. We'll talk about that towards the end, because I think they're controlled. But anyways, if they're talking about this group, they're focused on this group, then you just trigger the humans to think about racism. And then they're going to start acting that way. But anyways, let me continue. So then I said, hence why I always focus on the evil ones, aka demons or aliens, over human Jays. If humans controlled everything on this planet, it would be so easy to defeat them. That is not the case, and it never has been. They have always been empowered and backed by forces beyond this planet. Hence why this dude, you can read that, cannot overtake them with his massive power and force. Yahweh, who was an alien, is the one that empowered them, and it has been that way ever since. He favored them thousands of years ago. While I enjoyed your post, it's a little misinformed and not focusing on the true enemy, sadly. So again, the misinformation that he's putting out is that we need to just focus on that. Because before I responded to him, he didn't say anything about higher forces, evil forces, aliens, at least as far as I can tell. Let me make sure that I'm speaking correctly here. He talked about religions and stuff like that. He said some things, but for the most part, he focused on that group, right? He focused on that group. So once I said this, then he wanted to try to match my energy and try to talk about higher forces. But I had to bring it out. Because again, if you're reading this post right here and this right here, his first two posts, all you're going to get out of that is racism. Human shit. No one's going to really take this shit serious. They're just going to be like, oh, another Jew hater, right? Another racist. That's the problem with your post, man. So that's why I was telling you, I don't care about that. I don't care about human racism. That shit means nothing to me. I don't give a fuck. But other people do. So you're not going to be able to talk like around the subject by saying these things. This people are not going to want to hear it. They're just going to think, they're either going to be like, yeah, man, F the Jays because they're racist against them, or they're going to say, no, man, how dare you say that? You're racist against the Jays. That's what's going to happen when you say shit like that. You understand? That's the bottom line. Whether you want to understand that or not, that's just how humans think. So, again, I don't want to focus on that because that's too limited to 3D shit. I want to go beyond that. We got to move past this human shit. But anyways, so that's what I said, right? And then they said, not so fast. If you don't believe the Jays, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm going to give you guys a minute to read all of this, right? So you guys go ahead and read that. I'm going to take a little drink of water real quick. Take a little break. You guys read that shit real quick. So he's responding to me now as if I don't know what I'm talking about. And he wants to question what I've done in my life. Like, have you ever done this? Have you ever dealt with them here? Have you ever done... That doesn't matter, man. It's irrelevant to what I'm saying. Look, let me cut to the chase. I've dealt with demons and aliens, okay? I don't give a fuck about a human person that has a religion or a race. That's so below me. Like, I don't give a... That's so minuscule. But that's what he wants to focus on. Have you ever dealt with a medical firm? Have you ever dealt with a financial investing company? Have you ever tried to go in the upper echelon of a big corporation? Perhaps you tried to lease a... What the fuck are you talking about, bro? What the fuck is this? This has nothing to do with what's really happening. Because even... Okay, let me try to play this game he's playing. Okay, let's say... Yeah, okay, that's what's happening. What he's saying is happening. Okay. But again, beyond them, which he even admits himself, and I'm about to show you, he, she, whatever the fuck this thing is, they're going to admit that what I'm saying is the truth, which is why I don't understand why they're writing all this shit. Because let me go to that point, as a matter of fact. So let's go down a little bit. Where did he say the thing about them being aliens? He said they're not necessarily... I don't know where he said it. But he... And see, he says that not all audiences believe in aliens. No shit. That's why I'm talking about them. That's why I'm talking about demons and aliens. Because that's what I want people to see. That's what I'm trying to expose. That's what the real truth is. It's not about humans. Humans are not controlling the world. They're being controlled to control the world. That's what I'm focusing on. But you're focusing on the humans that are supposedly controlling the world. And I'm trying to find the part here. He says here, and don't necessarily assume Jays are human as you seem to believe, or that they originate on this world as you seem to believe. It doesn't matter. Whether they're... Well, first of all, a lot of human races didn't originate on this planet. A lot of human races came from other planets. Why do you think there's blacks in Africa? Why do you think there's Chinese and Asians in Asia? Why do you think there are Europeans in Europe? Native Americans in America? Why do you think it's like that? Because they were placed there by higher forces. So when this planet was cultivated to become whatever it was supposed to be, they brought races from other planets here and put them together. Most humans didn't come from Earth. Most humans are aliens. This planet didn't even belong to humans. The original race of Earth, you know what the original race of Earth is? Reptilians. Not the evil reptilians, but the Saurians. They're like basically dinosaurs or descendants of dinosaurs. But though that was the original race of Earth, it wasn't even humans. Humans did not even originate here. Well, I'm not gonna say no humans originate here, but most of the human races didn't originate here. They came from outer space. So most humans are aliens. So what are you talking about? What is this right here? See, and that's what I'm saying. This person hasn't watched me. They don't know all the things I've talked about. So they assume they know my knowledge. They assume they know what I know. And they don't know shit. You don't know me. So I knew by reading this, I was like, this person really doesn't understand me. They don't know what I know. And they're throwing all this garbage at me, thinking they're educating me when I've heard all this shit before. And I know most of this shit already. Like, this is old news to me. So I was like, okay, let me have a conversation with this person so we can get to some kind of common ground. I tried to extend my hand and say, all right, let's go talk on a mic. But if you're not going to talk on a mic, I don't want to talk because you're just wasting my time with all this shit at this point, right? And then they're questioning believing and knowing. Have you learned your beliefs only from books and videos, or is it experiment? Mind you, so far, everything that they've posted, they have yet to post a single original thought or experience that they had from themselves. Everything that this person has posted so far, I'm sure most of you have either heard somewhere else, or you know somebody that knows this, or you heard it in a video, or there's a book about it. Even he himself has said most of this shit comes from books and other information and other people, other sources. So this person isn't even coming up with anything original themselves, which I've talked about some of my experiences, not all of them, on my channel. Things that I've been through, things that I've dealt with. And I've even said, even in this fucking video that he's posting on, I've talked to the gods of this world. I've talked to demons. I've talked to aliens. I know these entities. So that in itself is an experience that I've had. Yet they're not telling me anything original that they've said or have been through or dealt with, but they're questioning me. They're questioning my credibility or what I've been through, right? And let me go back to it where they did that. Have you learned your beliefs only from books, videos, or is it experiential? And he's asking me, until it is experiential, it is only your belief and not something you actually know. So this is where he's being a smartass, right? By highlighting these words or capitalizing these words, right? Until it is experiential, it is only your belief and not something you actually know. So they're trying to emphasize to me like, hey, yeah, you may have heard about this somewhere or read a video. Some things that I've talked about on my channel, yes, I've gotten from other people, but that's because, and like Kim Gogan is the main person that I've talked about that I've gotten some things from her, but that's because the things she's said correlate to my life. So I'm like, okay, well, if she's talking about things that I've already dealt with, then of course I'm going to talk about what she's saying because it goes hand in hand with the things I already know. Things that I've already experienced. So it's my own knowledge and wisdom and life experience. And she's talking about it. Of course I'm going to fucking reiterate it. Why wouldn't I? It goes along with my life, with my knowledge. So yeah, it's mine. What are you talking about? Believing versus knowing. What about you, Mr. Believing versus knowing? So I'm going to show you guys. Once I challenge this person to give me something of their own or let's have a conversation, they tucked their tail and ran. They turned into a coward like they all do. These fucking wise sages that are online, right? That can copy and paste anything, right? I don't even know if this is a real person. It's probably a fucking bot. But regardless, they can copy and paste anything they read in a book. But when I come and confront them and say, let's get on a mic. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a debate. Give me something from yourself that you've experienced or dealt with. They can't give me anything. So watch what happens. I said, I have my own experiences, which I have briefly touched on this channel and my old channel. I would actually like to have a discussion with you about all this if you have the will for it. Because I didn't like this right here. This questioning me. If you haven't at least watched all my videos, but you're questioning me, you're fucking garbage. You're nobody. Don't fucking question me when you haven't watched my videos. Who the fuck are you? Not to mention, this person has 0 subscribers, but they talked about my subscribers. They don't have any subscribers to speak of. I don't know who the fuck this person is. It's probably a fucking bot. But regardless, they want to question me. And I'm like, you haven't watched all my videos, but you're questioning me? Go watch all my videos, then come back and talk. Right? Watch all my lives, watch everything, and then talk shit. But if you haven't done that, first of all, that's just a tiny snippet of my life. That's not everything. That's barely anything, actually. But if you haven't at least done that homework, you can't talk shit to me. I tried to do my homework and go find this person on BitChute because that's where they were responding to me. They have nothing on their page. They have no videos, nothing. Apparently, they go around spreading this garbage to other people on other people's channels. But regardless, I'm not going to say their information is necessarily wrong. But they have nothing of their own. They have no substance. Nothing of their own to speak of. So since they irritated me, I got it. I said, fuck it. You're going to talk shit. You're going to question me. I'm going to talk shit back to you. So I say, it's ironic that you would ask me about what I know when it seems you just got all your information from others and have no experiences of your own to speak of. Everything I say, I can verify with my own life. I don't need outside sources to validate me and the things I have been through, but I do take the things that align with my knowledge a bit more serious. So I said, so what do you have to add to the world in terms of what you know? Or is this all secondhand information that you want to regurgitate at me? Because that's what I'm getting. Am I wrong? So far, this is just shit that they're spewing at me that somebody else told them or they heard somewhere or whatever. Nothing that they've said here is from themselves. Nothing. But it's cool. Whatever. So then they go into another long post here. Well, not long, but they go here. You wrote, when it seems you just got all your info from others and have no experiences of your own to speak of. That's quite a big fat assumption there, Mr. Real. Of course it's an assumption I'm going to make and a logical conclusion when you haven't given me anything else to go off of. And again, in the future, when I show you guys the rest of the comments and the conversation, they never fix this issue. They never fix my assumption. So if you have a problem with my assumption, then why don't you prove me wrong? Because everything you said so far is from somewhere else. So can you give me something that's yours? So then they say, considering that you are so quick to jump to conclusions and seem so condescending. Oh, and you're not condescending when you're saying believe, not something you actually know. So you're not being condescending, but I am, right? When you're coming to my channel, you don't know shit about me. You don't know what I know. You don't know that I've heard this shit a million times before. And you're spewing walls of text at me. And I'm trying to have a rational conversation with you. I'm asking you to come on a microphone. Let's talk about this. And I told you what I know. I'm trying to be reasonable with you. And I didn't even go that deep. I didn't say anything crazy. I just said little shit here and there. I was like, hey, this is why I feel this. This is what I think. Not so fast. Okay, so you're not being condescending, but I am. So the second that I rebuttal you, I'm condescending. So you don't like my rebuttal to your condescending tone. Wow. Well, somebody talk about getting offended quickly and jumping to conclusions, right? But anyways, considering that you are so quick to jump to conclusions and seem so condescending, we think, so this is like a hive mind. This person is part of a hive mind or something. They don't even have their own brain. They can't think for themselves. They're attached to like a mothership of aliens or something. I don't know what's wrong with this person, but maybe they're possessed because they accuse me of being possessed. Maybe there's like 2 or 3 demons inside of them, and they're all fighting for control over who can spew the most shit. But anyways, regardless, he says, we think this is likely not the place to divulge what we know. And that's good that he put this on quotations because he doesn't know shit. He knows how to read. I'll give him credit for that. He knows how to listen to other people talk about knowledge. But what do you know of yourself and what experiences have you had? And then they say, perhaps you are already content and self-satisfied with what you believe you know. If so, why would we want to sully that bliss? Well, let me teach you about knowledge, my friend. It's far from bliss. The more you know, the further away from bliss you go. You know why? Because you start to see the truth of the world that you're in. And I'm talking specifically in the 3D, right? I'm not talking about beyond. Because this person really hasn't, used anything other than the things they've heard other people say. So I'm going to stick to the 3D plane, right? The more you know about this world and the way things are, well, shit, let's go beyond the earth. Let's go beyond into the universe. You start to see that there's a lot of evil everywhere, and everything's controlled by evil. So it's hard to be blissful when you know so many things, and most of the things you know point towards evil. Now, is everything completely evil? No. But most of it is. There's some good. I'm not denying that. And I even tried to talk about heaven and what heaven is. Heaven is a concept that exists in an energy in the universe where you can go and be one with creation. That's what heaven is supposed to be, right? But people don't understand that. They think it's God and angels and blah, blah, blah. That's not what it is. But whatever. I don't want to get too much into that. But as far as bliss is concerned, the more you know, the less bliss there is. Because until this is the way I see it. Until the evil is defeated and destroyed and gotten rid of, which I don't think it's going to happen, because this universe is basically all about duality. It's made to exist with good and evil. So this universe really doesn't exist without both. So I don't think there's ever going to be a point where evil is going to be completely destroyed. But at the same time, that seems to be the only way to get to bliss, to true bliss. But anyways, I beat this dead horse. There's no bliss, all right? As far as my life is concerned and the things I know. So you're not selling anything, but he's being a smartass. And whatever. So I just said, you speak in riddles, fool. Either we will have a discussion over a mic or we won't. Your call, or are you that much of a coward? And I know what I know. You're going to let my negative energy run you off? Because this is how these cowards are. Oh, you're being negative, so I don't want to talk to you anymore. What a fucking pussy. You're going to talk shit to me. You're going to be condescending. And then when I go back at you, you don't like it. You have a problem with it. And now you're putting your hands up saying, well, I don't want any more of this. I don't want any part of this. What a bitch. So then why did you come here? Did you not hear my video? Have you not watched my other videos? So you don't know enough about me to know what kind of reaction you're going to get. But then when you get the reaction that you're going to get, you have a problem with it and you can't handle it. So this blissful being that exists in heaven comes down to talk to little old me and try to impart their knowledge onto me. And then when I respond with negativity, they can't handle it. So they run away because, oh my God, I can't deal with this. Good. Get the fuck out of my face. That's the way I feel about it. So I said, can't handle it. Don't be a pussy, man up. Or get the fuck out of my face. And what's it gonna be? So I'm like, are we gonna talk? Are we gonna have this debate? Are we gonna have this discussion? You're gonna educate me, enlighten me, or are you just gonna waste my time? Which is what it was. It was a waste of time. Other than this video that I'm making for you guys. And I say everything you wrote, I heard from others. Hence why I assume what I assume. Tell me something I haven't heard, and then maybe I'll be impressed. You guys can read the rest of this shit. I don't want to. You guys can read the rest of this. And this is what I was trying to tell this person right here. This was the main point. Is that when you start to focus on one race and one group of people and one country, and you exclude everything else, and that's a big problem for me, because everything is controlled by these demons and aliens. It doesn't matter what race, it doesn't matter what religion, it doesn't matter what country, it doesn't matter what's social media, because he tried to say, oh, YouTube is JEW2 and he can't say the stuff over there. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, so you think social media is controlled, blah, blah, blah. And you start to say, oh, the corporations and yeah, okay. All this stuff is controlled, but not by humans, even though humans are the ones that are put in those roles to make you believe that they're the ones running the show. So the true evil hides behind that. And if you're going to focus on the humans, then you're being ignorant and you're leading other people to ignorance. That's not what's really going on. You can't focus just on that. There's more going on than that. So if that's all you're focusing on, then you're leading people astray. And I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to get to the true source of the evil and the shit that's going on in the world. But anyways, this was the last thing they said to me. So after I said all this shit, because I said, hey, tell me what you know. What actual experiences do you have to offer? And I curse them out. I don't give a fuck. Like when somebody starts to act stupid with me and play games, I lose it. And I'm like, fuck it. You're wasting my time. Because if you're so intelligent, you're such a great being and such a great soul, then you can deal with what I'm saying and be patient and then talk to me, like calm me down. You see why I'm angry, right? So why don't you go above me, be a better person, like you guys like to preach, right? Because this is some kind of light worker. So if you're a light worker, why don't you be better than me? And then why don't you try to educate me in a calm way and show me the truth of, because I'm telling you what my problem is with what you're saying. It's not like I'm beating around the bush. I'm like, this is my problem with what you're saying. So if you can't see what my issue is, then you can't help me and you can't help anyone. We can't get to a common ground. We're just running around in circles, just talking shit to each other. But whatever. So then he says, we do not have discussion. We, again, what is this we? We do not have discussions with persons who get emotionally triggered and launch into foul-mouthed diatribes, as that is a sign that they are infiltrated or infested or possessed by their gods. Okay, let me help you out, brother, sister, whatever you are. I'm the goddamn devil. If anything, I'm the goddamn devil. I do the possessing. I do what you're saying. Now, some people watching may not like that, me saying that, but no one possesses me. Nobody controls me. Nobody tells me what to do. I think for myself. I don't go stealing other people's information and regurgitating it and trying to impress other people. I speak my own truth and what I know, my wisdom. Period. No one, it is utterly impossible for any entity in this universe to control me. All right? Impossible. I'm putting that out there. The whole universe can hear me right now. And guess what? Nothing's going to happen. I'm still going to be me. Period. I've been this way my entire life, and I will always be this way for eternity. I hope you understand that. If anything, I'm a god. I'm not controlled by any god. Don't play these games with me. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? You think you're talking to an average human? You're out of your fucking mind. But whatever, let's keep going. So we surely will not be holding any further conversation with the likes of you. Oh, this is Mr. Positivity, Mr. Not saying, look. They just contradicted themselves. Emotionally triggered by large foul-mouthed diatribes. But then they're doing the same thing. They're being hypocritical, right? So how are you talking shit to me, but then you're saying you have a problem with me doing it, but you're doing the same shit? Talk about a fucking hypocrite. No wonder you ran away, you little fucking coward. Bitch ass motherfucker. Of course you ran away. Because you're a bitch. You're a coward. You can't stand by your own words. You're a hypocrite. You're worthless. You're nothing. But anyways, let's keep going. So we will surely, blah, 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 blah. I already read that. As you already believe you know it all. No, I fucking don't. I don't know it all. And I've admitted as much on many of my videos. And that's why when I talk, this is what I tell people. This is what I know. Not, oh, I know it all. Listen only to me and don't listen to anyone else. I say either listen to me or don't. It's up to you. You do what you want with my knowledge. I always say this in my videos. So this person doesn't know shit about me, but they want to talk shit. Like you think you know it all. That's why you're offended when someone like me doesn't just bow down to your bullshit knowledge. To the little shit that you found, that you read from somebody else or you stole from somebody else. This bothers you. You want me to be like the other people you've posted this garbage on and be like, oh, wow, that's so amazing. I didn't know that the Jays were doing that. Oh, my God, let's go and be racist against the Jays. That's what you want me to do, right? You want me to be like you. But guess what? I'm not like you and I'm not like anybody. I am me. And I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I don't know everything, but I don't tell anyone that I know everything. And I tell people they don't have to listen to me and they can believe whatever they want. I always say this shit. But whatever, let's keep going. So what would be the purpose? The purpose would be for you to prove to me that you know something and you have some knowledge of your own. That was the point. That's why I challenged you to a debate and a conversation, because I want to see what you really know. But you don't know anything. That's why you don't want to talk to me. You're scared because you know I'm going to expose you and make you look like a little bitch, like a little ignorant piece of shit. That's why you're running away. It happens every time. Every time I challenge one of you all-knowing cowards, you do the same fucking thing. You run the fuck away because you can't deal with me. I'm too real for your ass. Yeah, call me Mr. Real again. Call me that. That's what you need to address me for the rest of your life. Anyways, let's keep going. Then he says, again, that is a sign of infestation by certain beings you believe are the gods. Motherfucker, I've never claimed to be some kind of good person or some kind of saint. If anything, I've already admitted that I'm pretty fucking evil. But I'm trying to do good for humans. Because, let me tell you the truth, the real truth. I'm trying to help humanity because the evil ones that control the world don't align with my views. Whether you think I'm evil or good, that's your decision. But I don't like the evil ones that are running this world. I don't like the way things are done. And I want it to change. And it just so happens that the way I want things to change will benefit humanity. That's the real truth. So if things change in the way that I want them, humans will benefit from it. But so will I. Because I'm a human, right? So I'm getting something out of it, and humans will get something out of it. We all win. In my world, we all win. In this world, only the evil ones win. Okay? And I don't like it. I don't like cowards. I'm not a good person, but I don't like cowards. I don't like when I see entities that have power taking advantage of weaker entities. I don't like that shit. I could do that shit myself if I wanted to. I could control this entire world if I wanted to. But I don't want to do that because it's just not part of who I am. So again, people are welcome to think what they want about me and see me as they please, evil or good. That's your decision. I don't care. But I'm still going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do, because in the end, it's going to benefit me and it's going to benefit other people. And that's the world I want to live in. Not this shit, but whatever. So it's a sign of infestation by certain beings you believe are the gods. No, it's not. I don't believe that they are the gods. They call themselves the gods. So when I say I spoke to the gods of this world, I'm talking about the demons and aliens that claim to be the gods and play the roles of the gods in the Bibles and the religions. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that they're the gods to me, you dumb piece of shit. But obviously, you're too stupid to comprehend my words. All you can do is copy and paste. You can't even comprehend the things that you write. All you can do is copy and paste, copy and paste. So, of course, if you can only copy and paste, when I say something as it's not even complicated. It's actually pretty simple. But when I say something like, I've spoken to the gods of this world, you automatically assume that I think that they're gods. I don't think that they're gods. They think that they're gods. I think they're pieces of shit. But other people in this world, aka the humans, think that they're gods. I don't think that. They do. Do you understand? You dumb fuck? All right, let's keep going. We've heard the type of thing you are spouting from many other individuals on here. Sure you have. What, you watch one fucking video of mine and now you think you know me? You don't know shit about me. You don't know anything that I know. You don't even know what you know. Because the things you know are from other people that you stole. But anyways, let's keep going. As they harbor the same delusions that you do. What delusions do I have? Speaking the truth is a delusion? Well, to somebody that's completely deluded, yes, you would see me as deluded because you're deluded. So someone that speaks the truth is deluded to you. That's great. Let's keep going. So you are hardly unique as you wish to believe. I don't believe anything. I know what I know. I know what I know. And I am unique because nobody says the shit that I say. Nobody can say the things that I say in the way that I say it. It's impossible. Do you understand? Let's keep going. Actually, you seem like a doppelganger of David Wilcock, or closer yet, Victor Hugo Maverick. I don't even know who these people are, even though I have heard them mentioned by other people that I've watched or listened to, but I don't know these guys. So now he's accusing me of being like someone else because he doesn't like the way that I say things to him because I'm not impressed by his knowledge that he stole from someone else. So he's going to compare me to other people. If that's not disrespectful, I don't know what the fuck is. But anyways, because that's, to me, the biggest insult you can do to me is compare me to another person. Compare me to another human. Say that I'm like somebody else. That's the biggest insult you can give to me, because I'm not like anyone. So if you want to piss me off, go ahead and piss me off. So you're disrespecting me. Cool. It is what it is, because I've already disrespected you. We're back and forth, right? So it doesn't matter. But the problem that I have with this person is that they're a hypocrite. I don't care if they disrespect me and I disrespect them, because I'm not complaining about it. My problem is that they're a hypocrite. They have a problem with me saying things, but then they're doing the same thing. If you want to talk shit, let's talk shit. But don't be a bitch and say, oh, how could you say this? We can't talk with you, you foul-mouthed diatribe person. Fucking joke. So then they say, he talks and reacts exactly like you. I don't know this fucking person. I don't know either of these people. I've heard of them. I don't know them. I don't follow them. I don't study them. I don't give a fuck about them. So if they're similar to me, good. I'm sure some people think and act in a similar way, but nobody's exactly like me. And I'm the most unique person in this world. And I don't give a fuck what you think about that. Then he said, maybe he is infected with one of your gods too. Why are you asking me? I don't know this person. We can, and you're saying my gods. It's not my gods. I don't believe that they're gods. These humans think that they're gods. And then they say, we can see why you only have 179 subscribers. So talk about somebody. This is what's funny. So I'm the emotionally triggered, right? Let's go back here. Emotionally triggered, launching to Tafama. So wait a second. Isn't that my role? So why are you talking shit about my subs? Not to mention they don't, and this is just on BitChute, which is whatever. I make one video a day or a month. So if I make one video a month, of course I'm not going to have a lot of fucking subs. But I guarantee you, if I was making 5 or 6 videos a day like other people do, I'd have thousands of subs. I just don't do it. I have other obligations that take priority over social media, although I am shifting my attention more towards social media and making videos. So I will be getting my subscriber count up, so you might want to stick around for that. But regardless, this person has no subs, no subscribers, no followers on their... Look, let me show you guys. How do you open this page? Look, this is their page. 0 videos, 0 subscribers, but they're talking about... Talk about living in a glass house, right? And you're throwing stones? Okay, so I have 179 more subscribers than you do. What's your point? And this is just on BitChute, but okay. And then he says, who could stand that arrogance? It's very J. I'm not even going to say that. Oh, wow, this person is a fucking joke. But this is why I have little hope in humanity, because these are the supposed truth bearers and truth speakers, right? These are the wise ones. These are the wise humans. This kind of piece of shit. And I'm like, no wonder this world is fucked because of this. How are we going to get anywhere if these are the people that are supposed to be leading humanity? And this is this is not even his knowledge. Did you guys see him say anything that came from him? So he said, I made an assumption. That's quite a fat assumption, Mr. Real. Okay, so then where's your knowledge? Where's your knowledge? All of this shit is from other people. I could probably Google and find all the shit that somebody else said. But you, even, I'll just throw out a name, Carrie Cassidy. Carrie Cassidy has talked about all this shit. Kimberly Ann Gogan has talked about all this shit. David Icke has talked about all this shit. Even the people that he's mentioned here have talked about this stuff. So all this knowledge that he got, even fucking Alex Jones, and there are others, right? Jordan Maxwell. There are a whole bunch of other people that have talked about this stuff. Like, you're not saying anything original. So what are you talking about? Where's your knowledge? Where's your information? What do you know? Exactly, nothing. So that's why this person ran away. That's why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted you guys to see the kind of person that exists, that thinks they have knowledge and they think they're doing a good thing for humanity. When they admitted to me in one of these posts, they said, oh, this is the kind of stuff that I post on different people. I don't know where the fuck they said that. They said it somewhere. They said I go and I post this, so you must not be familiar with my posts or something like that. They said it somewhere. You guys can find it if you pause the video and read through this garbage. But they said it somewhere where they go to other people's pages and they just post all this shit everywhere. And I'm like, that's all you do? You're just posting racist shit, basically? Because that's all it is. Even if it's true or not, humans are not going to think in the way that you're thinking, because you're not giving them the real information, which is the demons and aliens controlling the world. That's the real evil that's happening. They're using humans to do their dirty work, which I've talked about in my videos. But you want to focus on the humans. I don't want to focus on the humans. I want to focus on the demons. I want to focus on the aliens, because that's the real enemy. That's the true enemy. But whatever. Anyways, I wanted to talk to this person and have a one-on-one. They ran away, as you can see. They just want to talk shit and they want to run away, and that's what it is. And I'm the best shit talker in the world. So if you want to talk shit, by all means. I challenge anybody to a debate. I challenge anybody to a conversation. You think you know more than me, you want to educate me, go ahead. If you're respectful about it and don't start highlighting your little words and saying, oh, if you believe, you know, not, no, what you're actually, if you don't talk shit, we can have a good conversation. But if you start talking shit, then you're going to get destroyed. Bottom line. It is what it is. And it doesn't matter how much you think you know. I will fucking crush you. Bottom line. Period. Like it or not. I'm not for everybody, but if you like my content, cool. And that's all I have to say, all right? If you like, comment, subscribe, share where you can. Hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.